Will John Gurgley win another $1,000 as he did last week playing this song? Tonight, John Gurgley or some new champion will win $1,000. A week's engagement at the beautiful new Versailles Hotel in Miami Beach, Florida. On Chance of a Lifetime, starring Dennis James. And all brought to you by Bromo Seltzer, famous for best relief from headache and upset stomach.
What should you take to relieve an upset stomach? You have got...
Take pleasant tasting, bubbly, bubbly Bromo, that's what. Bromo Seltzer works best for upset stomach, relieves stomach acidity fast, soothes nerves. Have a Bromo.
And bubble your trouble away.
Good day.
And now, here's the star of your show, Dennis James.
Thank you very much. What are you doing, Herb? Trying to pick up my spirits? Our producer, Herb Moss, knows that I'm just about at this point a little bit miserable. The weather in New York is just horrible. I want to thank all of you folks who came here to the theater tonight because our show is built upon audience and we have a full house in spite of the worst night I've ever seen in New York. I say that Herb is picking up my spirits because I just flew in on an airplane from down on the sunny shores of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And right after the show tonight, I'll be on a midnight plane going out, if it goes out. So you can have New York this week, kids. That's all I can tell you. I want to get back to where that sun is shining and just lay down and rest. And I just hope that everybody could come with me, because I don't know how you've been putting up with this. Well, that's neither here nor there. Tonight, before the night is over, I will take a Bromo Seltzer. If you want to call all of your friends in and see this demonstration, call your neighbors, because tonight I will need it. However, this program is not built upon the fact that a Dennis James will or will not get down to Florida tonight. It's built for a lot of professional performers who have found a long, hard road to hoe in this business of show business. Many stormy nights like tonight, many nights of indecision, many nights of not knowing where they were going. They get to a point here on Chance of a Lifetime where from here, anything can happen. A showcase for them, it opens up an awful lot of doors. Many millions of people all in one evening see them working, and among those people are producers from Broadway, producers from Hollywood, nightclub impresarios. This is their chance of a lifetime, and let's make it a wonderfully exciting show with lots of good applause for them. So let's start off the competition tonight. We have 3 professional performers in the first half of the show competing against one another to see who will compete against our carryover champion, okay? Now, to get the competition off tonight is a young singer from out in Valley Stream, Long Island, and her name is Dolores Lee. Here we go. Presenting at this time the Catherine Murray Show. You look exactly like Catherine. Anybody ever tell you that?
Yes, quite a few people have, Mr.
Exactly the same upper lip, the same eyes, and I'm sure the same kind of talent, because she does a wonderful job.
She certainly does.
Now, let's talk about you. Liz Pierce says, compare your tan with Dolores Lee. Where'd you get yours?
I got mine about 3 weeks ago on a little cruise I took.
To where?
South America, Curacao, the Virgin Islands, and Havana.
Working as a singer?
Yes, that's right.
That's always exciting for performers.
Oh, it's just wonderful.
Liz went on to say further, she never tells me enough information. She says she's a very handy person to have along on a cruise. I don't know whether she meant for me or why. Why are you a handy person to have on a cruise?
I think I know what she was referring to. You see, I design and make most of my clothes. And being away from home a great deal, I travel with a little portable sewing machine. I always take it with me, and you know, somebody always has a seam that just has to be run up.
Did you design this dress, too?
Yes, I did.
Well, that's wonderful. How come you didn't stick with designing? How come you wanted show business for a career?
I guess I just love singing. It more or less won out over everything I tried.
All right. The report says that you've done very well. You've worked down in Florida, huh?
Yes, in
Palm Beach? Never Miami Beach?
No.
Okay, then if you win tonight, you know that you go to Miami Beach Told you I'm leaving at midnight. You can come with me.
Oh,
all right? If we take off. Go to it. The stage is all set, all right? Incidentally, her name is spelled Leigh. Dolores Lee. And Mr. Gart and his wet orchestra. And the song is Can't Help Loving That Man. Here we go musically, Dolores Lee.
Fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly. I'm gonna love one man till I die. Can't help loving that man of mine. Tell me he's crazy and tell me he's slow. Tell me he's lazy, oh, but I know I can't help loving that man of mine. When he goes away, that's a rainy day, but when he comes back, that day is fine. Home without him ain't no home for me. Can't help loving that man of
Dolores Lee, that was, and that big smile on my face as I just got official word that the aeroplane will take off as scheduled and we'll be winging our way. And I'm glad to hear that. And I just saved $2.70 because my wife now knows I'm coming. Is that right? Is that what it costs to go down there? $2.70. Now, we have heard from one performer. Next, a tap dancer, this time from out in Kansas City, Missouri, and his name is Little Buck. Here he is. All right, this is a real traveling show tonight, Little Buck. You came in from where this morning?
Chicago, Illinois.
And you're going back there tonight after the show?
Not after the show, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock.
Just about to say maybe you wouldn't get there after the show. You leave tomorrow morning, huh?
Yes, I do.
Suppose you win tonight. You're free to come back next week?
Yes, I think I'm
Where are you working out there?
I'm working at the Club Hollywood in Franklin Park, Long Island. It's
And
right
the owner out there?
Long Island, Illinois.
Yes, but I mean the owner out there agreed to you coming in for
Yes,
the chance of a lifetime.
Mr. Steve Harris is his name, and he has a very beautiful club there, and this is my first engagement there, and I hope that I will be able to play the club in the near future.
Well, it was a good engagement for you because that's where our representative saw you.
Yes,
and consequently, here you are. Now, what about this name, Little Buck? Where'd you get it?
Well, I got that name from my dad. His name was
Well,
Little
usually
Buck.
we do.
Well, yes,
But Little Buck, where did you get it?
Well, he happens to be a singer.
Yeah.
And his name was Little Buck at this time, and I got started, and he couldn't think of a name, so things were pretty rough at that time. And well, let's get to the main point. And that day, they used to take coins, and they'd wrap them around for the entertainers. They'd sing with no pay, and he was a singing waiter. So the guys, they like a song he did, so they'd wrap $1 up in a quarter or a dime, and they'd toss it to him. He'd catch it in his tray. And he looked every time he'd see it, he said, a Little Buck. So that's how I got my name. Instead of a Little Buck, they'd have said a Little Buck Jr.
I get you. That cleared everybody, because if it isn't, we will miss the aeroplane and clarify the whole situation.
That's for sure.
But what's your real name, Little Buck? Why don't you
Conrad Buckner.
Conrad Buckner.
Yes.
All right, Conrad Buckner, Little Buck. It goes on to say that you were interested in sandlot baseball, almost became a ball player, played
right.
semi-pro with the Sioux City, Iowa team.
Right.
The Cleveland Indians' Al Smith played on the team with you in those
right.
days,
That's
right?
right.
Dancing is his first love. And your report here is very fine, so we're very anxious to see you go to work. Now, you okay physically?
I'm ready.
You prepped and where you are?
I'm ready.
Little Buck, go then. Don't wait. Go, man, go. Mr. Guard, are you ready? Give me a little downbeat of some kind. Let me know you're ready. All right. Then here, ladies and gentlemen, is Little Buck with Mr. John Gott in the orchestra, and Buck just went out the front door. Here we go. Thou swell. change his name to the Flying Buck. All right, now you've heard from two. It's a very exciting show tonight. Now a young singer, a folk singer from out in San Francisco, California, Mr. Joe Mapes.
That man is a dancing
This is
fool.
not my night. Mr. Joe Mapes.
I'm sorry. I'll go
This,
home.
ladies and gentlemen, is a very beautiful red-headed girl, no matter what the weather is doing to you tonight.
Thank you.
And she's from where? San Francisco?
Chicago, actually, but I claim San Francisco out of love
For Chicago.
for San Francisco.
That could be a very funny joke, you know. Somebody could be very modest and say, well, I come from San Francisco, but I play so badly. I say I come from Chicago, so I don't hurt the city. Well, let it go.
No.
Let it go. Now, it says here, honey, that you've been interested in social service work, huh? And that's how you got interested and started to play this instrument. How come?
Well, when
What's
I
the
was much
connection, in
younger,
other
I
words?
wanted to work with children, and I started working with them on a voluntary basis when I was about 16. I didn't have enough education, college education. Since I was in folk music, it didn't seem like I'd ever get it.
I see.
But when I started in folk music, I realized here is a fine chance to work with children, you know?
I see.
So I've worked with educational groups and with retarded children and with the Board of Education in Berkeley. It's marvelous because you sing a folk song to these children, 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds, and they react, you know, they dance to it, and some of them draw to music. It's marvelous.
And so what you've done then is got a lot of practical experience for yourself while you were helping all these youngsters. And then, what, a couple of years branched out as a professional performer, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, wonderful. It says still a newcomer to the East Coast and a newcomer to TV, except the fact that you did TV on the West Coast, right?
Yes, that's
Well, we're
right.
very anxious to hear you play and to hear you sing. So the stage
Good.
is all set. Think of a lot of young children out there caught in the rain tonight and just sing your heart out to them, okay?
I will.
Go ahead, Joe. All right, then, with Mr. Gart in the orchestra, Joe... It's J-O, I guess, not J-O-E like I have it, huh? Joe Mapes singing The Frozen Beer? Or logs that you roll on. The frozen lager. That's not beer. It has to do with logs on a river or something. Joe Mapes.
As I strolled in one evening, was in a small cafe, a 40-year-old waitress to me these words did say, I see that you are a logger, and not just a common bum, for nobody but a logger stirs his coffee with his thumb. And my lover, he was a logger, there's none like him today. If you'd pour whiskey on it, he would eat a bale of hay. And he never shaved a whisker from off of his horny hide. He would pound them in with a hammer, and he'd bite them off inside. And my lover, he left and he kissed me so hard that he broke my jaw. And I couldn't speak to tell him he had forgotten his mackinaw. It froze clear down to China, it froze to the stars above, at 1,000 degrees below zero. It froze my logger love, and so I lost my lover, and to this cafe I've come, and I'm waiting until someone stirs his coffee with his thumb.
Did you see Frederick March and Alexander the Great? Well, there's a scene going on over here that... Let me have that thing, will you, before you blow up the whole theater? You know what this is supposed to be? Liz Pierce got the bright idea that if I was going to talk about being upset tonight about the airplane, I should blow off steam. And that's what this is. How do you shut the thing off? Can you take it and run away with it or something, or does it blow up? Here. Hey, that might remind me, though. I have to talk about bromo seltzer, and that might be a perfect thing to do. If you've got to blow off steam, let it blow. Don't leave it in there, eating your heart out, getting you all upset. Don't let the tensions build up. Let off steam. And seriously, I mean that as a fact. The trouble with a lot of people, all of us, I think, is we let these tensions mount up. We let the frustrations really knock us apart, when all I say to you is, if you do let them build up and you do find yourself getting all upset, with a stomach upset or a headache, and just think of it now, 90% of all headaches are caused by nervous tension, right? So when you've got trouble this way, all you have to do is think of my friend here, Bromo Seltzer. That's right. Anything that goes wrong, those daily irritations that get you upset, you get a Bromo Seltzer. It works best. Of all the leading headache remedies available today, Bromo here, and only Bromo, relieves pain fast, and at the very same time, it gently soothes the jumpy nerves that are the very cause of your headache. And another thing, while other headache remedies often irritate your stomach, figure it out for yourself. Bromo here actually relieves the stomach distress at the same time that's getting rid of that headache pain. So get Bromo Seltzer, will you? Buy it and take it home and keep it in the medicine chest where it belongs, or if you're out, go to your favorite fountain where it's the largest selling remedy for headache and upset stomach. Keep it handy. Now let me show you quickly that it's very easy to fix. You take a half a glass of cold water. There's a measuring cap right on the bottle here of Bromo Seltzer. Just like plunk into the cap, into the glass, and it's ready instantly. You notice? Nothing in there that has to dissolve, no tablets, no, it's ready to give you the best relief. Skål. We're 4 minutes late. I'm not upset. I got Bromo Seltzer. You can't upset me. Voting next? All right, let's go for the voting. Then let's pick a winner here in the first half. All right? Thank you. Now, if you're all set, ladies and gentlemen, you pick us a winner to go against the champion, right? You know, it works for 7 seconds, then the meter stops at the top, and everybody will see what it says. First, we have from Valley Stream, Long Island, Dolores Lee. All right, that's about 89, exactly, 89. Next, from Kansas City, Missouri, Little Buck. Okay, that's 94. Here we go from San Francisco, California, Miss Jo Mapes. '93. Isn't that a shame? The winner by 1 point then with 94 is Little Buck. Little Buck. All right, so we then have a banjo player against a young tap dancer for our second half of competition. Champion against challenger. Here's the boy that won $1,000 trying for another $1,000 tonight. And this is a lad who comes from Johnstown, and he's going to give us a medley here. From the Threepenny Opera and a bit of Bye Bye Blues, it's banjo player John Gurgley. Here he is. heard from the champion. Now let's get to the challenger, the young boy that was selected here tonight as a winner of the first half, Little Buck. And he is going to either show us or dance to How High the Moon. All right, Mr. Gart, let's have it. Little Buck. Soon we'll pick a winner now. I saw something, I don't know where I saw it in a magazine. I think it said, speaking of ailments, don't. And that's all there was to it. And I think that's a great, profound statement. Don't talk about ailments. People don't like to hear somebody griping about how much of a headache they have or an upset stomach they have. Instead of speaking about ailments, remember our slogan, will you? A bottle of Bromo Seltzer in every medicine chest. And friends, there are two mighty good reasons behind that slogan of ours. First, as I said earlier, Bromo works best for headache. And second, it works best for upset stomach, too. For nervous and acid indigestion, nothing works like this right here. Bromo Seltzer, refreshing and sparkling. And that's because Bromo and only Bromo relieves stomach acidity fast. At the same time, it soothes those jumpy nerves that so often cause acid indigestion. So don't forget, will you? Bromo Seltzer in the medicine chest. Don't put it off. Don't say I didn't tell you. Get it as soon as possible, okay? Fast relief. You'll get the best relief. All right, now let's go for the vote here. We have a champion against a challenger, and it's up to you folks to pick us a winner for $1,000. First, the challenger, Little Buck. All right, 93 and a half. 93 and 1/2. Next, last week's winner, John Gurgley. All right, about 90 and a half with a 3-point spread. There's a brand new winner, Little Buck. Little Buck. Buck, in here from Bromo Seltzer, all their wonderful products, along with this, a check for $1,000, a week's engagement at the Versailles Hotel. And is this your little one right here?
This is my daughter.
Come on in here, honey child.
Hi, Auntie.
How you like that? What's her name?
Angela.
And this is your daughter, huh?
This is my daughter.
Wonderful. Now, are you proud of Daddy?
Yeah.
You a dancer, too?
No.
You want to be a dancer? What do you want to be?
A ballet.
I wish you were a stopwatch, then I'd know exactly where I was. Little Buck, we'll see you next week. You can
Thank
take your
you.
daughter off that way with
Thank
you.
you very much.
Hug you in the leisure, all right? Let's give a nice hand to John Gurgley. He was a wonderful champion and a fine musician. John, best of luck to you, boy. Keep up the good work. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Best of luck. All right, now, incidentally, I told you that I've been down in Florida. We're going down again. I got some really wonderful testimonials about Tweed spray hairnet here down south. After all, that's where it really is put to the test. I think you realize that. With the wind and the rain and the salt air, well, hair control is a mighty big problem. Now, the girls are flipping over this right here. All over the country, they are flipping about tweed spray hairnet. I took my own survey down south. I proved there ain't nothing like this. Girls carry it with them when they go to the beach, right in the beach bag. They come out of the water, they pull off a bathing cap, they run a comb right through their hair, and then tweed spray hairnet. They all look like models out of an ad. Now, all I can tell you, girls, if it passes the test down there with flying colors, then I don't have to tell you what it's going to do for you anyplace else in the country, right? I told you what other ladies have found out in an independent survey. They found out that you get one, better set retention, the waves stay in your hair. 4 waves, this is better than any other. 2, your hair will comb better, no pulling or snagging. 3, your hair is more manageable. It's soft because of PVP and lanolin. And of course, the 4th point, I don't even have to make a point there. You know that a beautiful aroma of tweed fragrance is 1,000,000 times better than any old lacquer odor, because there's no lacquer in it, see. So you girls be ready, will you, when the nice weather gets to your part of the country? Get into the habit of using tweed spray hairnet, and do it now. At your drug or department store, you see a display like this, $1.50 plus tax for the best spray hairnet you can get. Tweed spray hairnet, okay? All right, we only got about how much time? Just a few seconds, but I would like to say one thing quickly. Cancer. Just make sure that you do something about it. Will you get a checkup yourself at least once or twice a year? And if you've got any extra money at all, make out a check. Will you just send it to Cancer in care of your local post office? Will you? Okay? All right, got to go now. Going to fly in an airplane right quick. See you all next week. Bye now. Hold on.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's been Chance of a Lifetime, starring Dennis James, and brought to you by the makers of Bromo Seltzer. Current talent winners on Chance of a Lifetime appear at the Celebrity Room of the magnificent new Versailles Hotel in Miami Beach. And remember, Chance of a Lifetime, starring Dennis James, same time.